Welcome to episode 11 of the Truth Quest podcast, The Truth About Fortnite. Please do me a favor and share the show with your friends and or debate partners. If you are having a discussion about the NFL national anthem protests, climate change, social security, God and evil, or the latest video game craze Fortnite, send them the specific episode. As always, please consider supporting the show with a few dollars. Every dollar donated will be used to expand the show's reach. See the show notes page at truthquest.podbean.com for a link to the support page. Also, please join the conversation on Facebook at the Truth Quest podcast fan page located at facebook.com/truthquestpodcast, where I post relevant articles, engage in discussion with you guys, and announce when the latest episode has been published. The easiest way to stay up to date is to subscribe to the podcast in iTunes or Google Play Music. We are also on Stitcher and Spotify. Today we are going to go off the beaten path of politics, public policy, economics, and Christian apologetics. For those of you who are not familiar with the latest video game craze Fortnite, it is a game fashioned after the fight-to-the-death competition in the Hunger Games. You parachute onto an island with 99 other players and struggle to survive until there is only one player or team left standing. The average game lasts around maybe 5 minutes, usually no longer than 15. Every parent of a 10 to 25-year-old is aware of this game. Some parents restrict playing time, others just complain about how all-encompassing and addicting it seems to be. It is, to say the least, a worldwide phenomenon. Look no further than the World Cup. Famous soccer players no longer dab to celebrate goals, they perform the Fortnite dance. There are 3 modes of play: solo, duos, and squads. Along the way, you scavenge for weapons, ammunition, and medical supplies. You collect building materials to build shelters and fortresses by chopping wood, walls, vehicles, and stones. And finally, you run, and run some more. Periodically, the field of play, the eye of the storm, shrinks, forcing the surviving players into confrontation. If you get caught in the storm too long, you die. I was introduced to this game last Thanksgiving while visiting my brother and sister-in-law for a few days. I found myself watching my nephew playing a fascinating video game called Fortnite. Up until that point in my life, I usually just played my son's Xbox to play soccer or Madden football. Fast forward to Labor Day weekend at a family get-together, and I found myself in a conversation about Fortnite. I was asked the question, would you let your 9-year-old in the affirmative? But I also gave 20 reasons why I would let my 9-year-old play the game. This episode is adapted from a blog post that my son and I wrote back earlier this year, originally titled 20 Life Lessons Reinforced by Fortnite. The first life lesson you learn from Fortnite is survival. Life is far from a life and death struggle for most of us. However, we still carry an innate survival mentality that kicks in when we are faced with a serious illness, or when we are walking to your car in a dark parking lot, or you hear a strange noise in the middle of the night. Fortnite is, at its core, a game of survival that requires a constant, almost fanatical awareness of your surroundings to avoid confrontation and death. Project management is the second life lesson you learn from Fortnite. Time is our most valuable resource. We must make the best use of the time we have to get stuff done, at work or in the household. Time is also limited in Fortnite, as the field of play shrinks every minute or two. If you are not inside the eye of the storm, you need to accomplish a required task quickly before the storm overtakes you. The importance of preparation is another life lesson reinforced by playing Fortnite. Life throws us curveballs all the time. We lose our jobs, the car breaks down, someone gets sick, the HVAC unit needs to be replaced, and natural disasters occur. All of this requires us to be prepared, mentally, financially, and physically. In Fortnite, attacks can occur at any moment. You prepare by being vigilant of your surroundings, having enough ammunition to fend off an attack, keeping your health at a high level, and having enough building material in your backpack to build a defensive or offensive position when the inevitable attack occurs. Fortnite also teaches you to prioritize. You cannot have everything you want in life. Usually we are limited by our financial situation. Nonetheless, we prioritize those things that are most important: food, shelter, clothing, etc. In Fortnite, your backpack can only hold a total of 5 items, including weapons, bandages, ammunition, and jugs of shield juice. When you first land, you grab anything and everything you can find. However, once your backpack is full, you must quickly learn to prioritize which items to discard in order to upgrade your loot. Just as too many guns and no bandages could spell disaster after a firefight, too many shotguns and not enough mid and long-range weapons could also leave you in a tight spot. Prioritize carefully. Believe it or not, Fortnite teaches its players to share. From this age, we learn the importance of sharing. As a child, we share our toys. As we grow older, we share our time, money, and life with others. It is a vital part of getting along in the world. In Fortnite, your teammates can signal to you when they are in need. You can give your teammates shield potion, bandages, ammo, weapons, and building materials. The 6th life lesson reinforced by playing Fortnite is cooperation and teamwork. Success in life is predicated on getting along with people and learning how to work in a team. Whether you are dealing with your family, coworkers, classmates, or teammates, you must learn to work together in order to make the household run smoothly, complete projects and assignments, and win games. Success in Fortnite's squad and duo modes requires both of these skills. If you go off and do your own thing, both you and your team usually suffers. Helping other people when they are down is another life lesson you learn by playing Fortnite. One of life's most important lessons is to learn to give back and help when they are down. When playing Fortnite in the duo or squad mode, you get the opportunity to do just that, revive your fallen teammates. In these modes, you do not die immediately. Your life meter starts running down once you sustain enough damage to diminish your shield and health levels. This gives your teammates approximately 30 seconds to revive you. Doing so is risky because it requires you to stand next to your injured teammate and for 10 seconds with no ability to defend yourself. What about the importance of exercise and endurance? Both are important lessons you learn from playing Fortnite. When it comes to exercise and staying in shape, even the people who hate doing it understand its importance in maintaining good health. Depending on where you land on the Fortnite island and where the playing field shrinks, you will often find yourself running for much of the game. For those of you who hate to exercise, imagine having to run up and down hills for 10 to 15 minutes straight while jumping and dodging incoming fire. At the end of the game, you can even view your distance covered metric, just like checking your Fitbit or activity stats on your iPhone. Fortnite teaches you a sense of urgency. The phrase, "if you snooze, you lose," is equally applicable to life as it is in Fortnite. You literally have to hit the ground running and pick up as much loot as you can. Even when you are playing as part of a squad, you still must look out for yourself and obtain some kind of weapon. The 10th lesson Fortnite teaches you is fight or flight. There are times in life when you are in physical danger and you must make a split-second decision whether to fight or run to escape the danger. That is a normal state of affairs in Fortnite. You must be ever vigilant to avoid an ambush. There are times when you need to hide, times when you need to move and scavenge, and there are times when you need to attack and or defend yourself. To be successful in life, you have to plan, save money, set goals, family planning, etc. Fortnite also emphasizes the importance of the future. In order to prepare for the inevitable life or death altercation that will take place in the next 10 or 15 minutes, you must take valuable time, often at the risk of being killed, to collect building materials, weapons, ammo, and medical supplies. You must also plan the route you will take to successfully get inside the ever-shrinking eye of the storm. Fortnite teaches decisiveness. The life you currently lead is simply the result of all the decisions you have made up to this point. In Fortnite, indecision equates to an early death and an early exit from the game. Just as in life, the game boils down to a series of decisions you make. You must make decisions about where to land, where to move, when and where to hide, when to flee, when to fight, when to build, when to revive a teammate, what door to enter, what hill to climb, what angle of attack to take, where to set up an ambush, etc., etc. The 13th life lesson reinforced by playing Fortnite is working with your hands. Not everyone is blessed with the abilities. They just hire other people to do those tasks for them. Obviously, hiring an expert in a game of Fortnite is not an option. Therefore, you must quickly learn to build. While options are limited to floors, walls, ramps, and roofs, you can also edit your structures to include doors and windows. You should see the creativity expressed in some of the structures that are built during the course of a game. The 14th life lesson reinforced by playing Fortnite is life's necessities. As mentioned in number 4, prioritization, we only have a few real bare necessities in life: food, shelter, water, oxygen. With those 4 things, you could live, not well, but you could live. However, we all would agree that the list of necessities is much more extensive. We need things like transportation, clothing, money, phones, computers, access to medical facilities, etc. In Fortnite, the bare necessity is a weapon and enough ammo to fight your way through the island. However, the real list of necessities is a weapon for each situation. For close-range fighting, you need a pistol or a shotgun. Mid- and long-range firefights require assault rifles, sniper rifles, and rocket launchers. It goes without saying that you need sufficient ammunition for each of these weapons. You need bandages and shield juice. You need building materials sufficient to survive the inevitable firefight, and any of the new goodies created over time by the game's producers. What about the importance of practice and perseverance? Yep, you learn that from Fortnite as well. If you want to succeed in life, sports, work, school, playing a musical instrument, driving, selling, coding, etc., you must practice and you must learn to persevere when things don't go your way. Fortnite shadows this important life lesson. When you start playing the game, you parachute, and within seconds you have your first confrontation, and inevitably you panic. You hit the wrong button, and the game is over almost before it started. Forget that about building a shelter to protect yourself from the barrage of bullets and grenades. As time goes on, however, you get more comfortable with your ability to defend yourself, and at some point you start looking for a fight. One of the most obvious life lessons reinforced by Fortnite is how to kill an afternoon. Some people binge watch Netflix, some rock in a hammock, others take naps, scroll through social media, or read a book. Or you can sit down and play Fortnite, get pissed off because you get killed 6 times in a row within 1 minute of landing, and the next thing you know, you miss the sunset, you miss dinner, and everyone in the house is asleep. The 17th life lesson reinforced by playing Fortnite is work ethic. You cannot mail it in life, and you cannot mail it in Fortnite. Success in life requires a strong work ethic. Without it, you limit your opportunities. In Fortnite, you cannot just parachute in and stand around and expect to live very long. You have to plan, work, move, forage, run, and ultimately fight. The importance of taking care of your health is the 18th life lesson reinforced by playing Fortnite. Neglecting your health in life results in all kinds of nasty things: obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, to name a few. We monitor our health by how we feel. We go to the doctor and have tests run, and we review our blood work. In Fortnite, you monitor your health by keeping your eye on your shield and health meters. The former offers you some protection when you get shot or fall before your health begins to be reduced. Guess what happens when you ignore your health in Fortnite? The same thing that happens to you in real life. The 19th life lesson reinforced by playing Fortnite is awareness of external forces. In life, we must be aware of externalities such as politics and elections, the financial markets, the job market, health issues, economic issues, on and on. In Fortnite, the one constant external force that cannot be ignored is the storm that continually shrinks the field of play. If you lose track of your movements and get caught in it, you may very well find yourself running for your life. The final life lesson reinforced by playing Fortnite is communication. Your ability to communicate effectively goes a long way in determining your level of success in life. Fortnite's squad and duo modes are full of lessons about the importance of communication. When playing Fortnite with friends, communication is easy as you have the ability to speak to each other using your Xbox or PlayStation headsets. However, when playing with strangers, there is no way to verbally communicate. You must make use of various signals that get displayed above your head like a cartoon speech box. So, for all of you Fortnite players whose parents, girlfriends, spouses, or roommates complain about how much time you spend playing the game, share this episode with them. Explain to them how you are improving your work ethic and your capacity to plan, persevere, be more decisive, and implement projects, improving your communication skills and your ability to work under pressure and prioritize. Tell them you are learning to become a better person by sharing, cooperating, and taking care of others. Then go fire up Fortnite for another round of